Hello, welcome back to the Off Grid family. Today I'm going to do a little bit of 3D printing and a little bit of an experiment. A lot of people I've spoke to dehydrate their filament if it's got too brittle and so on. And I accidentally left some of my filament in the 3D printer, and I left it there for about 2 weeks, and it's brittle, it's breakable, and it's quite annoying. So what I need to do is I need to see if I can dehydrate it and get it back to where it should be. I've heard of people doing it in the oven as well, but I've got a dehydrator, so I might as well try that. I'm going to 3D print some bits and bobs that I haven't created myself. I'll leave links to that in the description. So I'll 3D print all that, and then we'll get that going and seeing if, you know, dehydrating works and how well it works. Before I get on, I'd just like to thank my patrons. You guys are awesome and I appreciate everything you do for the channel. If you'd like to join them, pop down in the links in the description and go from there. Anyway, let's get on. Right, this is the one I decided on just because it has multiple parts that you can download, thicker ones, thinner ones, etc. And it came with multiple ways to connect it. I will have to do some changes to it, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. Right, okay, so I've done 6 of them so far, and I think I'm going to need a couple more, but I want to test to see if they'll even fit round, because to be honest, I'm not sure that they will, because I think these are about 12 centimetres, and this is 100, and 12 into 100, it's not an exact number. So let's have a look. I'll get rid of all the supports and stuff, and we'll go from there. Okay, that's all done, and the actual file I got these from actually has clips you can use to clip these together, but you can also use zip ties. At present, I'm not going to use anything. I'm just going to plonk them in and see what happens, because I'd like to see if they do actually fit or not. Although I should have printed out the clips to make my life easier. So I estimated I'd need 2 more, but that's if they're going to fit at all, but we'll see. I wonder. I may be able to get away with just 1 more, but I think I'll print there. Let's have a look how much more room we've got left. Yes, it's not going to fit exactly. I'm going to do 2 more because I might cut one down or something. So I'll be back when I've printed 2 more. And I'll print the clips actually. Okay, so we've printed these ones out now, and I did the clips as well. I can't remember if I said I was going to do the clips or not. But let me get these all sorted and I will be back in just a second. Okay, there are the little clips. So let's see if these actually work or not. So they've got no, like, you know, nothing to hold them in place. Okay, so that actually holds it pretty well actually. So let's connect a few more. Okay, so we're at the same number we were on before, and I'm not sure whether we're going to try going inside, on the inside or on the outside, but it's definitely not going to fit. Like, that's not the right size for 1, and it's not the right size for 2, but what I'm going to do is put 1 in, connect it together and see if we can get it to work. I'm not sure though. Clips are pretty straightforward, just to show you. Can be a bit fiddly, but there you go. I'd have to put the other one on. Yeah, so having that one on is way too big, but having this on is way too small. So what I'm going to have to do is adapt it for this. Okay, sadly I lost the bit of footage that I did, but all I did was take one of these, cut it down to the size I needed, and then I've connected it with a little zip tie. And so now they fit round the exact circumference and it's perfect. Okay, you're going to want it between 40 and 50. I go 45 most of the time, but it just depends. Have a fiddle around and you'll find what's best for your one. And on. Okay, it's been in the dehumidifier for about an hour now and it's fluctuating between 16 and 17%. I'm going to now leave it again for another probably 4 hours. I want it to be in here for about 6 hours possibly, it depends. It'll be between 5 and 6 hours is where I'm heading for, and I'll just keep my eye on it and decide when and if, and I'll keep you posted. One small problem, it's actually melted the PLA. And I thought PLA was supposed to not melt at 50 degrees. Oh well, doesn't matter. It will spring back to its rightful shape, but just to show you, they have all sprang back to the right shape. I did have it on too long. They'd been in for, I don't know, 5 hours, and then I turned it back on the next day because I hadn't got around to finishing it, so it was completely my fault. And it was up a little high. And just to show you, this all came out the Bowden tube. This is how bad the blinking stuff is. It's literally, it's like almost like glass. It's just really, well, okay, except that bit which I've just picked up, but you know, it all came out in tiny little pieces, so yeah, not so good. So hopefully this has worked. That's looking much better. Well, that worked absolutely perfectly. Awesome. I've got to say, I'm really impressed with that. It's basically like brand new filament. Really, really good. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see that, but the quality of it is incredible. I didn't do it on super high quality either, but very, very good. As I said, it's like new filament. Yeah, that worked really, really well. Okay, it works really, really well, and it's doing absolutely perfect 3D prints now, and is basically equatable to brand new filament. All of the stuff that got warped a little bit from the heat was completely my fault. I did leave it on too long, and it's all sprung back, so it's all back to being workable now. So yeah, I will be doing that more in the future, even with ones that I've kept as well as I can, like as dry as possible. I'll still whop in there just for a couple of hours just to get them back to exactly where they need to be. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.